Alright guys, so I'm going to do yet another cooking video. This one you will see me prepping and starting to cook while Scott's going down the road, pulling to the fuel lanes, fueling the truck, moving through the parking lot to get us a space. And I'm doing all of this to help save us time so we can have a little bit more downtime to eat a healthy meal and do our dishes, and then also sleep when the truck's not moving. I know a lot of you are like, how do you do that? I don't get it. Number one, I've been doing it for 6 years now. And number two, I've been in the truck for 15 years. So you just really get used to the movement of the truck and things like that and finding your balance in the truck. So that is definitely helpful. Give you a couple helpful tips. Here is my spice box. So this has all my different seasonings and spices. I try to keep it to a minimum, so I have like just a variety. I have right here paprika and garlic powder and onion powder, chili powder, cumin and cinnamon, salt, pepper, and I can pretty much cook almost anything with it. Then I also have some spray here, and then I have some olive oil still in this drawer, honey, different things like that. So I get my spices out and I go ahead and already open the lids to some of them, and this is going to help me be able to not fumble as much if the truck hits a bump. And you can tell already I have this grippy stuff. This is the stuff that you put in the bottom of your drawers and whatnot, and I put that down on the little table or whatever working space I'm on, so that way stuff doesn't slide. It really does wonders and helps a lot. And then I gather up the food that I'm going to cook and put it in another one of these containers. That way it's all right there. And another tip is get some Tupperware containers, put your meat in there, and only use a fork whenever you go to season it. So it was in a Ziploc bag, so it didn't take up much room in the fridge or freezer. Then I put it in this Tupperware container, so that way I'm not touching it with my hands and worrying about cross-contaminating and that raw meat, juice, and things like that. So those are some helpful tips. And I'm making this in the air fryer. And so, you guys, I know I said I was going to give you a full tour of the truck when it was all made over, but unfortunately we're not done making over the truck. We have just been really busy, and so we got some of the stuff in, but we want to give you the grand tour when it's all the way done. But you can tell I have the air fryer in the cabinet. That's exciting. And I'm actually sitting on what we made into a day bed. It's still a work in progress. And we have a dinner table. So let me check in this food to make sure it doesn't get burned. So another thing with the air fryer, this one is the Insta brand. And so there's 3 different shelves in there, and I can cook all of the food like that. So I'm gonna rotate the shelves a little bit. So my asparagus, you saw I put some butter in there, salt and pepper, and then rolled it around. And now I'm gonna move my pork chops. I put some butter in with them. I'm gonna move my pork chops to the top shelf. I do recommend having a thermometer on the truck to make sure you're cooking your meat all the way to temperature and not overcooking it, because it's going to make it taste better if it's done to the exact and well temperatures. And then our potatoes, you guys saw that I sprayed them salt, pepper, garlic, and I'm gonna put them now on the middle shelf. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning up my prep area and start putting the table out. Put my spices away. Alright guys, so I went ahead and plated up the food. I used foil on some of those racks because it makes cleanup so much easier and helps prevent mess. I'm not a huge foil person, but in the truck it definitely helps. But here we go, look, we got some pork chops, potatoes, asparagus, and everything is farm fresh. So we're kind of trying to move towards what's called seasonal eating and farm fresh. So we buy everything from a farm and we eat what is in season. So it really helps with our health, and we actually since January have been focusing more on trying to work on this goal even more. And both of us have lost some weight. It's a few pounds, but it definitely helps. We're gonna go ahead and eat this when it's still hot and good, and then I'll do some dishes and you guys can get a glimpse of what that looks like. All right, guys, so that took us about an hour to fuel the truck, make dinner, do dishes, wrap it all up, of course, eat it.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
Yum, yum.
So we really love the air fryer. It does make things faster, easier, and it really produces quality meat that's not dried out. So we really enjoy it. So this little one is getting rambunctious because it is about her bedtime.
Bedtime.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys, we made a day bed. We have hot water in here. We have a full kitchen. There's nothing that we can't cook. And just enjoying life a little bit more, because like we've told you, we're trying to do this for at least 2 years to get the house paid off and remodeled. So we have big goals and ambition, and we talked about how you got to make it achievable if you guys are going to do it. So set yourself up for success. So that's what we're doing. So stay tuned for the full video of the full tour. We're going to hopefully knock out getting the majority of the rest of the stuff done, so you can see a full tour of all the things that we've done and how we've made some of the things. So make sure you subscribe and share. All right, guys, stay safe and enjoy the adventures. Bye.
Bye.